Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. Last week's video was a bit emotional for me. Why is there a cultural and linguistic barrier now when you've been married for 10 years? Why is it such a problem now? And you're a coward and a jerk and a butthead and a selfish idiot. The post that we're talking about today is also kind of emotional, but on the opposite end of the spectrum. So instead of choosing violence, I believe today I'm going to be choosing compassion. The post we're looking at is called, "I'm a Korean female in an interracial relationship with a white male and struggling with identity issues. I've met my soulmate. Good for you. He's amazing. I'm crazy in love, but the closer we get to marriage and children, the more resentful I become. I'm sad and resentful at no one and everyone, and I'm struggling with how to come to terms with it. Therapy. He's white. I'm Korean. We've talked about race on multiple occasions. He's even brought it up by asking what it is like to live in the US as an Asian female. Oh, I like this man. He listened to my experience and asked a lot of questions. I love this man. He's the first non-minority I've ever dated who has made me feel heard and understood. I love this man." He also has a million other wonderful traits. I love him very much, and I'm so excited to have found the person I want to share my life with. However, the more serious we get, the more frequently I experience episodes of anxiety about identity. I'm a Korean female adopted into a white family. My parents are white, my siblings are white, my extended family is white. My adorable little nieces and nephews are white. We get it, ma'am. Your family is white. I am almost always the only Asian person in whatever room I am in. I struggled with identity issues as a child. I learned how to use makeup to make me look more white. Oh, I stuffed my bra, hated my hips, begged my mom to let me dye my hair and buy contacts. With age and a lot of therapy, I finally feel comfortable with who I am. And now I'm in a relationship with a 6-foot-tall ginger. He's beautiful and I love him, but he looks nothing like me. Ma'am, you're Korean. He's a 6-foot-tall ginger.
One of these things is not like the others.
Oh my gosh, that hurts my heart. I feel that neither will our children. Maybe I'm wrong, but after using Google Images, I'm imagining slightly exotic looking white children. I'm sure they'll be absolutely adorable and I'll love them to pieces, but they won't look Asian. Oh, this hurts my heart so bad. When I thought about my life, I always imagined having children, and I always imagined them being Asian. The idea of finally living in a home where there are people who look like me has brought me comfort for so long. Oh my gosh. And now I'm realizing it may never be a reality. My partner and I do plan to adopt. We want to experience pregnancy by having one biological child, then adopt the rest. Adoption is very important to me, but we're interested in adopting children who would otherwise grow up without a family, which means foster children and not the private adoption of Asian infants. The likelihood of us coming upon an Asian foster child who is available for adoption is quite small. In the United States, it's not very common for Asian children to be in the foster care system, so I get what she's saying. I've spent my whole life being the other, and now even the child who grows in my womb won't look like me. It feels like a death in the family. It feels like I'm grieving this life that will never be, and it's bringing up a lot of pain I thought I had moved past. I don't know how to feel. I am incredibly sad about the idea of not having an Asian child, but at the same time, I feel like his/her life would be better if he/she didn't grow up as the other in a predominantly white country. Oh man, I am so close to crying. I love my family. I have no regrets about being adopted. They're incredible and have surrounded me with so much love and support. I love my boyfriend and I want to spend the rest of my life with him. But I have so much anger and hurt inside of me that I'm always the frigging Asian girl. I hate being the only Asian in the room. I hate being the only Asian in my family. I hate it. I hate that I stand out in whatever group I'm in. And now I'm realizing that there will probably be a family portrait hanging above our fireplace of my white husband, our white children, and me. Y'all, this is so sad. I'm so close to crying right now. This hurts my heart for this woman. And I'm so angry at her parents for never giving her a space to be Asian, for never giving her a space to be Korean and accept her Korean identity. I applaud her for still trying to connect to that piece of her and for not hating herself for being Asian. I just reread this before posting and it has a lot of anger. I just want to be clear that I have moments of anger and pain, but most of the time I'm happy and excited to start my life with him. It's just rubbing old wounds that feel really raw. I feel stupid and petty putting it in writing, but the pain is real and I want to be able to move past it. Has anyone been in a similar experience? I would love any insight. In a way, the idea of international adoption has always been uncomfortable for me. We have so many children in this country right here that need assistance, that need help, and we're overlooking them because we have these white knight complexes that we have to go out and save the children from all the other countries and give them an opportunity for a quality life. I'm not bashing people who have done international adoptions, but it really feels uncomfortable for me to ignore the need in your own backyard and pay all this exorbitant amount of money for this child that does not look like you, is not from your culture, may not speak your language, and then not emotionally invest and culturally invest and linguistically invest in building up this child while still connecting to that culture and that community. Do you get what I'm saying? How can you, as a parent, watch your child beg and plead for these changes and body modifications and not think that your child's going through an identity crisis? I don't understand the level of irresponsibility in this. It sounds like her adoptive family was not culturally aware and did not put any effort into becoming culturally aware. They just picked up this little Korean baby and planted her in their white world without thinking about anything they could do to support her. And that is jacked up. That's out of your control. What you can do is create the community you should have had. There's a lot of support for those kinds of individuals that were adopted Asian. I've seen it a lot for Asians though, now that I think about it, mostly Chinese and Korean individuals. Asian children that were adopted by US families can meet up. You can talk about your experiences. You can go to community events. Like if there's ever like a Korean heritage celebration or a festival or an art exhibit, go to those kinds of places and seek out individuals that might have similar stories to your own. I'm jumping down to the comments because I will be here all day ranting and raving about these parents. I'm really upset with them. I think one way to solve the feeling of otherness is to meet and hang out with other Korean people. If you were to explore your heritage more, it might help you feel less alienated and more confident. A lot of second-generation immigrants have this fear of losing themselves to white or American culture, and I think talking to them might give you some answers to your problems. Oh, that's a great idea. Have you ever considered traveling to Korea to connect with your roots, or studying the language, or watching Korean movies? Maybe even rediscovering that culture with your boyfriend. Best of luck. That is a great idea, especially with K-pop and K-dramas being like all the rage right now. Oh, I'm so happy. And there was like this outpouring of people going, I'm also adopted in Korean. You can contact me if you need to chat, or I'll DM you. Oh, I'm so happy. And there's also a subreddit called r/adopted Koreans. Oh no, this is so wonderful. The amount of support is overwhelming and it is making me so happy for her. She also said that she plans on going back to therapy, which I think is a wonderful idea. Honestly, you should probably look for a Korean therapist that can talk to you about these things and maybe even connect you to support groups. I feel a whole lot better now. What are your thoughts on this story? I would love to hear from you in the comments. As we always say on our channel, with God, all things are possible, and I will see you next week. Take care.